Welcome back to a new episode. We are going to continue building the gender component here to select gender, and using Headless UI radio group basically. And again, what it does, it abstracts logic of selecting values, tracking of which value selected, having an on change event. Having its like labels that are already exactly where you can also detect whether the the current selected value is active or not. So you can do a lot of stuff with it, and it's fully customizable, as I said before. So let's jump straight to the code. I already run the our application. So let me install. Oh, we already have Headless UI, so we start just building it. So in here we have password, we have our list box that we built, list box of birthday exactly, and in here we are going to have radio button, I believe. Yeah, there is a submit button, and in here we're going to have radio button like this. Let's say it's full. We wanted to have flex display flex items, and I think it can be the same. Yeah. And what we do is we're going to basically copy paste this code, and then we can try to refactor it if it's necessary. We need a state which is called which we name gender, and then set gender, of course. That's a use state. And did we define gender? No, we did not. Yeah, that's why either we define gender as an enum here, gender, we say that's female and M is male. Normally I would use the introspected types from the server, so the gender is defined on the server side as well, so I would use predefined pre-generated types from the server, from GraphQL server. But for now I don't want to set up the GraphQL code generation tool, and also we wanted to set it up with React query, so it takes a bit of time to set it up. So right now I'm just going to define gender like this for demonstration purposes, and for just to test basically whether the logic of the select gender component works. And therefore we say gender, and we say default gender should be selected female. And here we, instead of plan, are having gender, and in on change we have set gender. Boom. Okay, we have plan, startup, business, enterprise. These has to be, of course, customized. If I say background color primary, okay, all right. So let me abstract. How should we go about this now? We have a label, we have, okay, that's the label of this should say gender, right? This should say gender. What we do is we are going to basically start copying the style of Facebook. So let me see. This is, I think, text. XS definitely, and text gray, I believe 300. Yeah, 400 even maybe, a bit darker. Yeah, that's okay. We have the options are looks like this. We the background of the option radio group option is white, so by default it's white. We can have a border. I mean, we actually can copy the style of the select box item or option, right? If I go to select box here, not select box but the list box, go to primary, which is the primary list box that we built, and go to option, and in the option we have this style here, right? I think we can make it similar, I guess. Oh no, that's the option. Sorry, not the option, but the button. That's the button that you see. Exactly. So we could actually copy this. Yeah, we can copy this and basically replace this here. Boom, and now you can see startup. But why it's blue? Because we gave it background blue here. Alright, it's nice. Okay, I wanna place them. Can we give it a, yes, we can. We can say flex item center and gap 2 on radio group, and now it should, yeah, place them in a row, which is nice. I don't want label to be placed in a row, so what we do is we wrap up those, so the options only in a div, and we will give this div the following configuration or like style. And now it should work. Nice, so it takes like the space here. So what we can do is we can start refactoring it. I will start building components inside of the same file, and then we can separate them in different files or in separate files. So we have a primary, let me say primary radio button, radio group button. Now we can replace this component with those three. Now it looks like this, which is nice. And now we want to also define props here. Sorry, and this props, I think it will also have a generic. It will have generic type, I think, for value. No, it won't. It won't. If it will have, then I will just reconstruct this component, because if you use a React functional component, you can't have a generic type here. It will complain. Yeah, so you can't assign this generic type to here, for example, I believe. But let me try it out. Yeah, as you can see, it can't recognize the v generic type. So that's why we need to basically define props here, so that we can use generic type as well. But for now, we don't need generic type, and that's why we can remove this and define as a functional component. Boom. Now let me see. We have, if I go inside here and go to component radio, blah, 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 I want to have a radio option props. Can we import this? We need generic argument. Can be a div. Okay. And now, if we do this, boom, boom, we have value as well here. And then let me assign values here. I want to see which one is checked. And we say, of course, to value 1, 2, 3, and we say value, right? Value props.value. Okay. Okay, so none of them are checked. We say startup. Okay, startup values 1 is checked. Okay, let me quickly say if it's checked, we need to replace this value to value, so the static value to props value. Or this can be also an option. Yeah, let me see. Nice. Okay. This is working now, which is nice. Yep. What we want to do is, if one of them is checked, we want to have this kind of like radio box or like the circle, which should we copy this fully, or should we, because those are like native iOS or iOS components, I believe. So as you can see, like also the drop down is very iOS specific, and also those here radio buttons. So I'm going to use, I think, some of these components. Radio group. Do they have examples with the, no, there is a check. What else do we have? Menu, blah, blah, switch, disclosure, dialog, pop over, radio group, tabs, transition. Okay, I'll just build it on my own. So we need a circle. So we need first we have a div. Let's say we have a div. Div, inside of this we have a text. We have a text like this, and then we have a circle on the right side. So we have bum, bum. We give it a height, maybe 3, and the width will be the same size. And we say background, we say border is gray. Border is gray, and it should be 0.5 pixel. And the color should be, I believe, light gray. And we need to make it round, and we need to give div this layout, flex. And we say item center, so that the children will be centered on the horizontal line. And we say rounded full, so that it makes a circle, nice. And we say to, let's say that's the div because we want it to flex, so to stretch out throughout the whole container. And yeah, this is how it looks like right now. We wanted to also give X padding too, maybe on the sides, and I think now it looks alright. Let me make it a bit darker, the circle, yeah, and make it a bit, yeah, the size is alright. And whenever it's checked, we say, let me see, we have let circle style. We can say circle style, and then we say if checked. Sorry, circle style equals to tailwind merge. We are merging the circle style. We are overriding circle style with the following statement. Let me see. Boom, that's here. And we are saying if it's active, then make background color, I guess blue 200, light blue. So if I click on it, as you can see, it turns blue, but it's not blue that we want. It should be a bit darker. And we need, okay, border also becomes blue, by the way. And what we have is, when it's active, we have padding on the wrapper here. Yeah, it has padding wrapper whenever we, or it can have always padding actually. Padding 1 will be, I think, too much. No, not this one, but I think this. Oh. I know we need margin. Let me see. That's, yeah, it has a margin. True, sorry. No, wait. No, we have a circle. We have a circle here. I know that's a wrapper. We need 2 wrappers for circle, sorry. That's the outer container for just to keep the display, like the layout flex. So we need 1 more circle for like border, and we can say to this, it has a padding 1, and sorry, padding 1 circle, I think now should be good. And yeah, border is also, when it's active, it should be blue. But now let me see if the padding works. This needs to have a border, not the other one. True. This is the border we set. So we need to take the border. Boom. Here. And now. Okay, so the padding is too big. And we also need to round this. We need to round this first. As you can see, it's rounded now. And we need, let me see. Padding should be 0.5, I would say. Okay. 0.5 pixel. And we need to display this in the, this should be in the middle, which will say, therefore we say flex item center and justify center as well. So it has both vertically and horizontally centered, but it's not centered, which is weird. we can also say relative. I don't know if that works. We can say relative, and in the circle can be absolute, and then we say right. We say right 0, left 0, top 0, and bottom 0, right? Wait a second. Okay, now it ignores. We need to keep the height of this wrapper here, of this one, because now it doesn't know, like it doesn't have any height and width because we made this this to absolute, so it does not have any height or width. And now can we make this? Okay, I need to see. I need to Google some stuff. Let's Google HTML element or center vertically and horizontally CSS. I believe it also works with Flex the way that I did it, but seems to be. Oh, that was a good example, I think. Oh no, that's line height with a no. Yeah, this is how I did it actually. Center content align. Let me try again. Let me do this. And let me say that's like 3 pixel. Or let me say 3. That's 2. Let's make the circle, inner circle smaller. Border, blah blah blah. And we say flex items center and justify center, which is the row. Okay, now it works. This, and now what we do is we have circle style, and now we want to circle wrapper style, and this is we change the border color dynamically, whether it's active or inactive. So that's the default state when it's not active, and when it's active we are going to say, if it's checked, then we say boom, this merge, and say border blue 500, right? And we need to pass the style to this guy here. And now, as you can see, works nicely, and I think it looks similar. So yeah, let's go. How much time do we left? I have 15 minutes more. So we have this genre, select genre. We define the option here, the option radio group button, the primary radio group option, which we separate in different put in different file now. And we want to also, this is work. Yeah, I wanted to see what we get when we click on gender. I basically we don't need on-change events here because radio group already has, and it sets the gender. Of course, my fault. We don't need this. So we have values 1, 2, 3. So what we want to do is we have a gender, and what I can do is now we can, let me think how we want to do it, how we want to display it, dynamically or statically. Do we want to say male, female? Do we want to display it like this, or do we want to display it based on enum? We can also take this enum, make a list of its values, and then iterate through the radio group options. It's possible for sure. Female, male. What I also can do is I can so I can do this, boom, and you say object, keys, gender, and then, you know, like you say, let's see what it logs out. It logs out F and M, right? Those are the keys. But if I say values, it logs out female and male. Female and male, and here we say as values F and M. And let's do the keys. Female. What we can do is we can iterate through this list. I mean, dynamically, we don't really need to do it like this, but yeah, maybe it's a good way of thinking, of like knowing how to do it otherwise, like dynamically as well, because maybe you will have to, let me quickly fix that. Oh, something is wrong. Oh, it is, parentheses is missing. Because maybe we have a value here, value, or it's actually key, and this key is this here, and we can make also, we can say we need a key here. Key is key. Yeah, that's okay. Nice. And if I log out gender, the current gender, select gender, then you can see female, male, female, male, female, male. It is working. Yeah, regarding the dynamic way of displaying these radio options, yeah, if you would have something that is that you change over time, and you don't want to basically copy paste code and really simply add a property in an enum, it's a very fast way to display stuff. So if I wanted to add a new gender, for example, and say like, I don't know, what other genders are there? Bi or something, I don't know. Then you would have another gender displayed really quickly without looking through this code here and what is happening. So this is a nice way to know, a nice way of displaying or working with enums and with lists and with radio buttons and this kind of like content. So yeah, keep in mind, this is something that you can use in your projects to really organize your code and have everything is happening really quickly and with less effort. Yeah, this is something you can keep in mind. So now it's working, everything works fine. What we now do is we can basically, we could abstract this into, can we, yeah, we can actually abstract this and say radio group with label, right? We can say I mean, or should we abstract this? Yeah, actually we can. Radio group with label. So radio group with label. Let me copy paste this and radio group with label in here, and we need to pass this down. Boom. And we need to type this React props function component, and this is the props type. If we go to radio group, I want to see where the radio group button props are here. So let me type this. Let me say props radio button group, radio group props, and we also have a label, right? We want to pass down label as well. Okay, it has again the tag argument and something else which I don't know. It is tag is extends element type. Yeah, and this is a type that the props take radio group render prop argument. Okay, that's the prop argument. Radio group render prop argument. That's a weird name. It sounds like we are rendering prop arguments in the radio button component. But yeah. What did I say here? Oh, I say string. What if we do string? Okay, I think we already have props defined above here. That's why it does not work. Yeah, it's defined here. So that's why we need to rename this. Sorry, it was my fault. And we also, this can be an empty object actually. And in here we say props, and in here, boom, we pass all the props, except of the label, of course. And the label is here. There is a type error, but let me first finish up the label. It says property label does not exist on type props. Oh, sorry, we need to pass down this. Now it works. And this is radio group with label. And what we do is also we pass down this as children, I guess. Yeah, we pass down this as children. And then we say children, and says boo boo, it can't be la la. And what you say is just say boom boom React node, cast this into as a React node type, and it will work. Boom. What we need is children, and everything should work fine. Nice. Okay. Label, bam. What else can we do? Now I like the way it is structured. We could also abstract and say this is in component select gender. We can also say that. That's not a problem. Boom, select gender props const select gender, return this. Oh, return, copy this, replace it with select gender component, paste this here. We have a gender, we have bamam. What we can do is we can, I think what we can do is, let me see. We can take this gender state, put it inside of this component, right? And what we want to have is on gender change, or on gender value changed. Oh, we want to keep track of this. Gender, right? And this we are achieving by gender and gender. And now if I go to, oh, let me see. We need to type past the props. Nice. Ah, that's the, okay, that's the value here. Oh, okay. So this should be a string radio group, because that's basically the value of it, right? Yeah. Okay, that's the value. But you can say this as gender, or what we could say is, if you want to be really fancy, boom, 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 and you say boom, boom, and you give it a generic type, let's say T, and then this has T as well. This T is this here and this here. And if I go to the here and say gender, it's say gender. Ooh, let's go. Now we have a gender. Okay, this is apparently for like generic type. Yeah, we could also change this to as in radio, like the radio button group. Not the radio, but I always confuse. Yeah, we need to do the same thing as with the radio group component here. So let me do this. Boom, type, boom. This has type as well. Sorry. Like this. And here we say generic type T. And now you say boom, radio option. No, wait. No, option doesn't have. Anyways. No. Oh, no. That's cool. That's cool. What we change is we change. It says value. Okay, what we say is this as React Node or as T. I think it should. No, it doesn't work. Let's say it's React Node for sure. Or what we can say is it extends from React Node. And it equals to oh, sorry, not here. I mean here. Yeah, now it works. Now it's not complaining because I'm extending this type here. Okay. Cool. And in radio button we say T is T. T, and that's div. Okay. I think now it's fully typed, I guess. Of course we need to provide the function here. Boom, boom, And now that's actually gender. And now if we select gender, we will see it in the upper component. Nice. And we can register this value in Formik as well and work with that. So I have to jump out right now, but I'll be joining the live stream again in like maybe 30 minutes because I have to do some work, some other meetings. I think we'll see each other soon. Let's continue separating, putting the components that we built in separate files. So we built radio group, which is a molecule, and therefore we create a radio group. In here we have TypeScript, and we say primary. Not primary, but let me see what we have. We have select gender. We have radio group with label. All right. So we have one is with label. Let me rename this to props. We can export default this. Then we have primary radio group option. That's actually a molecule as well, I would say. So radio group, we have radio group, we have option. We can put this in a directory and say TypeScript primary. Put the primary radio group in here and rename props. Export default primary radio group option. Then we have select gender. We can name this radio group gender, and we can categorize this component into these gender into a radio group folder. Export radio group gender, of course default, forgot to say export default. I think I mistyped it. Gender. Let me change the name to props. Nice. Now we need to import this radio group gender, and we also want to remove all the unused imports. And now, as you can see, let's remove people list because we don't need this anymore. We used it in the last episode for demonstrating the list box. And I think that's all. We have gender. We need to take gender in here. Oh, we need gender here too, I think. No, we don't need. Let me import radio group with label. And primary radio group option inside of radio group gender because we're using it here. And I think we are good to go. let's go. It is refactored. It is, oh, now this is an issue now. We can see that's the problem is radio group is above the list box options here, right? So what we do is, let me go to Tailwind and check out what the index, what kind of value it has. So it has Z50, but Z50 is not enough. What if I do style, and here we say the index 999. Oh, okay, that fixed it. And we can work, yes, that's nice. Okay. I have a fix. Let's go. Okay, that's how it was before. So now let's go to, actually to primary list box and say to list box options. We say to list options style, and we say the index 999. Okay, it does not have style. Wait, it does not have style. So we do with Tailwind then. We say, sorry, 999 pixel, right? And now that should work, hopefully. No? Wait a minute. Okay. Wait. I can't customize the index. What the heck? Okay, I need to customize this way. All right. Let me come to Tailwind, because as you saw, like you can do it with the style property here, with the style attribute. So you say style, and in here you say the index 999. Yeah, it works. But somehow, and this is the option, right? Yeah, options should be this one. That's the button. Yep. So let me customize the index and say 999, 999, boom, and then say 999. Maybe we need to rerun the, okay, this is how you then, okay, that's how you customize it and then use this. It's cool. It should work now. Let's go. It works. Nice. Cool. Cool. Yeah, sometimes it takes ages to fix this, like kind of like small style. Yeah. But we did it. So what we now do is we have female, male, and so on and so forth, blah blah blah. I also noticed that we have a label here inside of the list box. What we also can do is we can abstract the birthday component. So we say birthday list box, right? In here we say boom, create a functional component. Of course, we want to convert it to arrow component, and in here we just copy the three list boxes that we defined and paste it here, right? Of course, we need a fragment or like an empty brackets, and we also need the states. We need the states here inside of this, right? And what we do is we will have type props on month change. Month is a string, and then void we have on, of course, day change, and on year change, day year. We make this as function component past the props generic type, and then we basically, not props, but we need to remap this because we already have props defined inside of this file. Change it to birthday list box props, pass this down here, and say whenever month is changed, on month changed, found month, same for the day, of course, on day changed, found day, and because that's an object, of course, we need to pass the found month value, right? We need to pass the value, and same here, pass the value, and same for the year, of course, we pass the year value. Nice. From the year. Value. Cool. What we can do is we can now work with birthday list box. Boom. We have 3 event listeners. Nice. Day, month, year. And in here we need in Formik you also have, we need to keep track of those basically fields, or the values of the fields, if they exist or not, and so on. And this is done in Formik, I think, with uncontrolled input, right? Uncorn, if I could type, of course, but I'm not sure. Let's go to Formik, actually. That's Coursera. No, let me go to Formik. Let's explore the documentation a bit. Guides, TypeScript. Let me see in examples, maybe we can find something. Otherwise I can search for it. From submissions, basic, checkboxes. Yeah, checkboxes should be the uncontrolled component. I think I know how to do it. I have the idea. So whenever date changes, we have this function on Formik. First of all, forms can also take a function, so a JavaScript function, arrow function, or a function with function keyword, and it can return the component of the form, of course. Okay. What they also can do is they have a argument. Not in form, but in form inside of Formik, and it returns form. Okay, my bad. Sorry. So not inside of here, but inside of here, and it returns the form. Right? And this has a Formik object. We have birth date. We have birth date. I think it's called birthday. This is at least how they call it inside of in Facebook. Birthday. And this is a string. But we can also have, we don't have birthday, but we have, since we have 3 fields, 3 list boxes, we actually have month, we have day, and we have year. This is actually what we have. And instead of this, we have month, we have day, and we have year. Yeah, and when we when something changes in the list box, sorry, here, so when the day changes, for example, we say, or let me see, okay, not set values, but set value fields, set value, set field value. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, okay, now we have that. So set field value basically sets a value of a particular field, and this whenever they changes, we set the value. Whenever month changes, we say month, and whenever year changes, we say year. And also for radio button, we have a gender. Do we have gender here? Yeah, we have. We also say if gender changes, we say Formik set field value gender and gender. Okay. Yeah. So I think set values sets multiple values at once. And I don't know, I'm not sure why it was complaining before, but yeah, I don't want to explore this right now. But yeah, it is working now, and this set field value basically sets the particular field value here. So this is what we wanted to do. And now let me see and check for, do we have Yoop? What did I sign up form? Well, we have Yoop for password and email only. So if I open Formik types, we have first name, last name. Can I actually type the shape here of Yoop? That would be dope as well. So can I say sign up Formik? What? No, it's not recognizing it. Sign up Formik values. Okay, this probably, yeah, I don't know, it's not working. Typing is not working. Anyways, so we have name, we have gender, and we want the gender to be Yoop string. We want it to be required. Required. We want it to have month, which is also required. We wanted to have date, which is also required. We wanted to have a year, which is also required. And I think we're good to go now. Oh, we have first name, last name as well. So first name, let me take this. It's required as well. And it should have minimum characters of like 3 or yeah, 3. Min 3 characters. And it should have max I guess 20, max 20 characters. I don't know if there are cultures where people have their last name are longer than 20 characters, but or first name, sorry. But yeah, I mean, anyways, if there are some people who have these long names, we can consider them as well. So let me add last name as well. Required min, the same game, same validation. And now if we try out, I think we are set up now. And if I go and we need to implement the errors as well. If I do Formik dot errors, and if I go here, reload, if I submit, you can see like first name, last name required, email required, password required. Working, which is nice. Yeah. Oh, gender is also actually, we need to display the gender error messages, and also the birthday gender messages, birthday error messages, or error message. Because for example here we have for gender, by the way, for month, password and year we also get required. If I select now something, is it still required? Sign up. No, now it's not required. Okay, so what we want to do is also the birthday initial values are, we need to change the initial values of month, day and year. And they need to be the same as actually let me bring this down and say month is value, then we have days value, and we have years first value. Now it shouldn't be the case that we throw errors for these for the birthday. Sign up. Let's see. Email, no, now only email, first name, gender, last name, password. So birthday is fine because we also registered in Formik that month, day, and year have initial values. So that is fixed. Now we want to display error for gender as well, right? So for that, we want to pass. Let me actually quickly refactor this here because it's a bit large here to scroll. I don't like to scroll a lot, and let's have this in separate file. Birthday list box. So we go to list box, and we do. That's like, this is what I like really about atomic design. You really can really nicely organize the components. Now you can say in list boxes, boom, you say just TypeScript, and you say birthday, right? It's so easy, and bam, create it, copy, paste it here, default birthday list box. Of course, we need the we need to add, wait a minute, and now we also need to abstract this because we also need month, days and years inside of initial values. So maybe we can export this from here, or we can put them in a different file. But let me export. Yeah, we can export this. That's part of the birthday birthday select list box. So that's fine. Boom. No, not from moment. From components. Add. Nice. And we need to, of course, import this birthday list box. Did I? Yeah, I did. Oh, I don't have year change. Nice. Now we refactored it. Initial values. Let's remove these unused imports. This one too, and this one too. We want to pass also an error props here. Error. Let's say it's an undefined, could be undefined or string. It's this, and then we say in here if error exists, then basically display it in a span. In a span, and it can have style really small and text red 700. Sign up. Oh, we need to pass error as well to here. Error, and again we have Formik object, errors, and then you say gender. No. Oh, now it's becoming tricky because we have 3 errors. No, sorry. We have 3 errors. So we say oh, we take this as well, of course. We take the div as well. So we take this as part of birthday list box, right? Div. We have this, of course. Okay, it is complaining, but I don't know why. Oh, because I wrote it, syntax is wrong. It's this /div. Yeah, we need 3 errors, sorry. We need 3 errors, but they actually can't be. Yeah, let's skip this the passing error for birthday list box, but this shouldn't be the case because we always have the default, like the initial values. So you just cannot have values. You just can't have values. So yeah. We can take this though. And see, because like the thing is, you can't have values here. You always have values, right? And we go to gender now, radio gender, and this has an error because this has to be selected, and initial value is undefined. So we have boom. We have we can pass. Oh, now I just removed my copied component. Class text small, extra small, and we have text red 700, and inside of here it's error. Well, we need to pass it down, of course. We say Formik values, not values, but errors, and gender. Voila, now it's working. And if we select and sign up, nice. It is working now. That's cool. Oh, by the way, as you can see, that's really bad here. We need to fix that. And the way we're fixing it is basically saying we're displaying always a span. So if this exists, this and this, otherwise, I think that's, yeah, this can be, oh no, it's still, I think because it's span, it doesn't take any space. If it's paragraph, it will take space anyways. No, it does not take space. How should we fix that? It can take certain height. This is how we can fix that as well. Yeah. That's possible. That's like one way of fixing it. Yeah. It's like one way of fixing this issue. Or what we can do is also, I mean, it's actually pretty good already. Or we can make this absolute. Yeah. We can also do relative, right? And we can do, instead of height, we say absolute. And we say bottom minus bottom minus like 2 or something. Yeah. Or even like 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 is good. And then we need to, of course, then increase the spacing here. Let me do 4. .5. I think now it's good, but we need more spacing though. We need 5 here and 4 is okay. Oh no, we need 6 or 7 even, in here 6. I think, yeah, that's all right. That is, we can work with that. Nice. Okay, so now we have the form validation, and yeah, that's cool. What else can we do now? We actually can connect it with backend already, right? We can connect it with backend. Or let me think. We have everything from the UI perspective, and what is missing is the label of birthday. Of course, we didn't implement that, but I can do it. Let me see why it takes up a lot of space here. It's because of the spacing. Let me say 4. Yeah, okay, because of the spacing here. Now we're cool. And let's implement the label for the birthday list box. Let's say in here label, and here we have label, of course. We can make this even optional as well. Label, no, it's fine. And let me quickly, that's the list. that's the row, that's the display flex area. So we want to put this display flex inside of a div, which will display it block. And here we say basically full, and now we're good to go. Gender primary, we can say, I mean, we also, no, wait, no, not here, label, no, label, no, not here. We will pass the label inside of a primary list box. No, not primary. No, wait a minute, we have primary list box, which can have a label. Okay, no, we don't have to pass anything here, because that's already a birthday list box component, so it doesn't make sense to really pass the label. We could also create a new list box with list box with the name of list box with label, but then we would have 3 list boxes, which is, yeah, it gets really complicated. So yeah, we don't want to do it. Just add list box. And for this label, I wanted to have the same style as this guy here, this label here. So we go to gender, radio group gender, and then take the label style, copy paste it inside of birthday, list box birthday, and now they're the same. Yeah, I think it looks quite similar. Yep. We can even have space, we have 4, space 5 even, or 5.5. Do we have 5.5? I don't know. No, we don't. We have only 5. Okay, now it's 5. Okay, now we're good. I'm sorry, I wanted to make it perfect. But now it, basically looks alright. The error message, okay, let's leave it. There's too much space here, but yeah, fuck it. Just let's now implement the backend, I would say. Okay, we can't do it now because I have to drop, but in the next session we are going to connect our backend with the front end and basically send requests, create users, so register users in our Postgres, writing them in our Postgres database, and login functionality, of course, also we can connect that because we also built it, and forgot password functionality as well. We need to this is something that we, after connecting frontend with backend, we can focus on because we need to build the backend for it, and later on exactly we can build it and then connect it with frontend as well. So thank you for watching. Yeah, sometimes I'm a bit exhausted because I talk too much and I'm not used to it, and if I talk bullshit sometimes, sorry about that. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something from this episode, and I would say see you either tomorrow or today evening. Goodbye.